Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at which Magic Knight Squad Class 1A would join if they were part of the Black Clover universe. In Black Clover there are 9 Magic Knight Brigades of various prestige, and all of them operate under the authority of the Wizard King, who is this handsome guy right here. In order to become a knight, you have to undertake an entrance exam, and for a select few they are made an offer to join one of the squads. These squads are ranked annually based on the amount of stars that they receive, and a star is usually given for completing dangerous missions or just protecting the kingdom from powerful threats. On this occasion, I've selected 10 members of Class 1A who would have passed the exam, and we'll be looking at where they'd end up. If you're a fan of either series, then do be sure to comment your opinion below and also like the video, as it will let me know if I should do more of these in the future. Starting with perhaps the most obvious selection, we have Bakugou joining the Crimson Lion Kings. Now, this squad is one of the best, and for generations, they've never placed below 2nd in the annual rankings, with one exception being when they came 5th, which was actually their most recent ranking. For anyone looking to become the Wizard King, which Bakugou would undoubtedly want to do, then the Crimson Lion Kings are the ideal choice. It's common for members of this brigade to be skilled with fire magic, and this would play right into Bakugou's strengths, as he could learn some techniques from fighting alongside Fuegoleon and Leopold and all the other guys. Also, the temporary captain of this squad was Mereoleona, and her personality is distinctively similar to Bakugou's. They're both fearless in battle and will put their bodies on the line to win, regardless of the consequences. Also, they're both child prodigies, and in Bakugou's case, he'd see the Crimson Lions as the ideal squad to carve like the clearest path to him becoming Wizard King, so yeah, he'd definitely be joining these guys. Moving on to Deku, it would come as no surprise to any of you that he would definitely be joining the Black Bulls. This is by far the most eccentric squad, with virtually every member coming from strange or unique circumstances. For example, you have a royal who couldn't control her magic, and a boy with literally no magic. You also have another guy who goes around hunting other magic knights, and then you have one guy who drains other people's magic. So basically, if you're a weirdo, this is the brigade that you join. In Deku's natural state, he was completely quirkless. So in the universe of Black Clover, it's safe to assume that he'd also be completely magicless as well. So whether he stays magicless, or maybe someone gives him magic power on the day of the Magic Knight's entrance exam, I mean, there's likely no magic captain who's willing to take a chance on him other than Yami. And regardless of that, this squad is probably the best for him anyway, as there's a real sense of family and they're all genuine friends. Additionally, in the most recent ranking, the Black Bulls came 2nd, so if Deku joined this squad, he would outrank Bakugou, at least for the time being. Following on from this, we have Aoyama, and I have no doubt in my mind that he would join the Coral Peacocks. His flamboyant and quirky nature would make him the perfect fit, as this squad is led by a witch who consistently spends her days sleeping, and an equally flamboyant vice captain who has cherry blossom magic and values the beauty of things above all else. This brigade ranked 7th in the latest rankings and came in 8th place the year before, so definitely not one of the upper tier squads, and a brigade of this level would be suited to Aoyama because while he's got talent, I mean, when you look at Class 1A, he's certainly not the one that you'd mark out as being the most successful. For me, the Coral Peacocks is the perfect squad for him to join, but I actually think there's a chance that during the exam, the Blue Roses might make him an offer despite him being a man. For some reason, I feel like he still might fit in. Next up, we have Tenya joining the Silver Eagles, and this one here is another no-brainer. So, the Silver Eagles are one of the most successful Magic Knight squads, and members of the Silver Royal family are usually allowed to join the squad without any kind of test. It's captained by Nozel, who is a pretty arrogant guy who looks down on commoners, but crucially, he takes his role of Magic Knight captain super seriously and has a high standard when it comes to judging other people's talents. Despite loosening up since we first met him, Tenya is still arguably the most serious member of Class 1A when it comes to following the rules and trying hard at school. He also comes from a famous hero family, which in the world of Black Clover could be equated to coming from a royal family. Tenya would join the Silver Eagles because of every squad out there, they seem to be the ones most concerned with doing things the right way and having the highest standards. So in my opinion at least, I feel like Tenya would be joining the Silver Eagles. The 5th student on this list is Ochako, and she would be joining the Blue Rose Knights. This team is all about female empowerment and basically just showing that they can do all these amazing things without the help of any men. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily an ideology that Ochako buys into, but much like the captain of the Blue Rose, she's had a crush on a guy for the longest time and has yet to say anything about it to him, despite it being very obvious to everyone else. Additionally, she is a strong and talented fighter, just like the members of this brigade. They ranked 4th in the latest rankings and 5th in the rankings before that. So again, this is roughly the kind of level we'd expect Ochako to be at. I mean, she's not really equal to the best students in Class 1A, but arguably she's the best of the rest. Okay, so moving on to everyone's favorite golden boy, we have Shoto Todoroki joining the Golden Dawn, which is widely regarded as the best Magic Knight squad. The Golden Dawn is definitely the place to be, which was exemplified by both Yuno and Langris, who joined the brigade and were able to rise the ranks quite quickly. Shoto would fit in easily in this squad, as he outranks anyone in Class 1A in terms of natural raw talent, and he has the ambition to reach the top, which is arguably only surpassed by Bakugou and Deku. The Golden Dawn would provide him the quickest path to become the Wizard King, which is exactly the reason why Yuno chose them, despite having offers from every Magic Knight squad. In the rankings that we're aware of, the Golden Dawn came out top on all occasions, and their base is this pretty awesome palace. So yeah, I think Todoroki would have an awesome time here, and there's no other squad that he'd pick. Next up we have Jiro, and she would join the squad that was formerly known as the Grey Deer. This squad is currently led by Rill, who is the youngest squad captain of any brigade, and he's incredibly quirky. This brigade arguably has the best collection of former members, with the current Wizard King and 2 squad captains all being former members. So basically, if you're in this squad, you need to be super talented or have a distinctive power like paint magic or time magic or dark magic, and Jiro would likely have song magic or maybe music magic if that's a thing, if she was in this universe. And that is exactly the type of unique attribute that would catch the eye of Rill during the entrance exam. Also, during the cultural festival, she showed us that she could be a leader and help other people realize their potential. And does that remind you of anyone? Because it kind of does for me. The next logical step would be for Denki to join the green praying mantises, and I say that for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's a squad entirely made of commoners, which Denki would certainly be if he was in this universe, and I feel like Denki and Seke would get along really well. I mean, could you imagine these two out on the town looking for dates? I can personally picture that very easily. Also, just thinking about it, Kaminari would also do well in the Black Bulls because while this quirk is quite powerful, it also has a big side effect that could be seen as a defect. However, because 2 other characters on this list are in the Black Bulls, I'm going to say that Denki is staying with the Praying Mantises. Seeing as I kind of just mentioned it, the other student who would be joining the Black Bulls is Mineta. And I don't even really think I need to explain this one, like it's so clear. I mean, he's a weird guy, he's surprisingly intelligent, and his power is quirky but very useful. In addition, he works well in a team, and he values friendship. Also again, he constantly obsesses over chasing girls or obsessing over girls, just like Finral, so I think those two would also get along. For the final character though, this is a harsh one I think, but I have Ojiro joining the Purple Orcas, and to me the Purple Orcas are the worst Magic Knight squad, period. Like, they've had several antagonists among their former squad members, and in the past, a few Purple Orcas killed their own fellow squad mate in a disgusting act of classism. And additionally, their vice captain is a pretty evil guy and was easily defeated by a low-ranking member of the Black Bulls. And as if all of that wasn't enough, during the battle at Kaiten, they were positively useless, and despite 50 of them putting up a barrier, it was destroyed by 1 man, and then a couple of Purple Orcas were killed in the process. You might think it harsh of me to put Ojiro in this squad, as he's generally a good guy who works well in their team, but his quirk kinda sucks, and this was the best fit that I could think of for him. Like, I just can't picture him getting into any other squad. And with that, those were the Magic Knight squads that Class 1A students would join if they were in the Black Clover universe. If you're a fan of either series, let me know where you think the remaining students would end up, and be sure to like this video and share it around if you liked it, and for anyone who's not seen it, I would definitely recommend doing so. What else is quarantine for? Catch you guys next time, and peace out.